Hey guys, hope everyone's well. My name's Sam. I own Complete Commando. This video is just about a bit of everything really: fitness, Royal Marines related stuff, experience stuff, what we're doing currently, a bit of mindset things, encouragement for those who are sort of trying to reach their goals and all that, and just a bit of a ramble really. But yeah, basically Complete Commando started 2020 in lockdown. I was a PT working at a gym, Merseyside, obviously. Boris and the boys shut all the gyms, so overnight pretty much lost half my business, and I was training PTs out of my garden, and it for the first time it sort of gave me the opportunity to go, right, what I'm actually really passionate about, and always loved fitness, always loved coaching and all that, and wanted to combine that with my military sort of experience and all that. So Complete Commando was formed from a dodgy YouTube video. I think it was titled like 5 things to get ready for the Royal Marines. Dead cringy, like you think this is cringy, that was like a whole new level of cringe. And yeah, and just people started asking questions on the YouTube, and then there was a need for some programming. So I just put a good program together, tested it, spent ages testing all the workouts and the runs, and made it adaptable to individuals through algorithms, and that just grew into what we've got today. So we've got 2 programs: one's Royal Marines Prep, one's for firefighters, military and law enforcement. And yeah, it's been a whirlwind, man. We've had four weekends, we did 3 weekends last year, military prep weekends. Got our 4th one this March. We've got a really cool idea coming up, but I won't share that now because another company will steal that, trust me. And we're looking to do another event in May time. So we've got some cool stuff, man. Within the company now, we've got like a former Royal Marine sniper, another former Royal Marine who's got a couple of tours under his belt, one who's sort of like who's a reserve, and another one who's I think he's leaving or he's left already, and that. So we're building. We've got a good little team, and. Also, I've got my mate John Batty, who's a ML. He's coming on the next weekend. So we've got some good stuff, man. We're growing, and the idea is just the idea for Complete Commando was always helping people at the start of their career, within the military, and when they leave. And so if we can slot people into jobs when they leave and that, then happy days, because I think a lot of people, including myself, struggle when they come out of the military, because they've been living in sort of not in the real world, and then you come out to Civvy Street, everyone's a weirdo, people are rap hands, it's a different world, and it can be rough if you haven't got something to go straight into. So if we can provide that, then I'll be absolutely buzzing with that. What's the long-term plan? Just obviously doing what we're doing now. We've got people on our one-to-one programs, various different things. Some people are going for selection, some people are looking to join the different services within the military, and we've got some cool stuff going on there. So overall, we've got a good brand. We've got like our apparel and all that. But I think the biggest thing to take from this, and up to this point, 2.5 years in, is like you got to take risks and you got to step out your comfort zone. Like I could have easily sat there and taken government payouts during lockdown, and then just waited till the gym reopened, and then I'd be back to doing 30-hour weeks in the gym, and never really thinking about, right, what's my true passion. And I had Gen Pop PTs and that, and I thought, no, screw it, I'm gonna go for it. And I think that's the biggest thing, is like really honing in on what you're passionate about, and just taking risks. What's the point in getting to 70? You've paid your mortgage off. You got a bit of money in the bank, but you never really risked it, and you never really went for exactly what you're passionate about. I think I'd rather at least try, and I've always said to my missus up to this point, like, well, Complete Commando got us through lockdown, and I've learnt loads from it. So if it all goes wrong from this point, then is what it is, isn't it? Learning curve, and it put food on the table for my kids, and that's all that matters in that front. But yeah, I think my biggest thing, we get asked quite a lot about, is should I join the military? There's dodgy times ahead, economies all over the place. I don't trust politicians and things like that. So I think the biggest thing for me is a lot of young people aren't sure what they want to do, and so in those times where you're not sure, rather than doing nothing, do something. What I mean by that is, like, if you're not sure what you want to do long term, you might as well start the journey on something. Like, right, I'm gonna apply for the military, at least in this time. Yeah, I've always been passionate about the military. I'm gonna apply for the military. You might get to the end of the application and go, no, it's not for me, or you might find that actually you've got a real passion for that. So in those times where you don't know what you're doing, just move, do something, try something. You know, put yourself out of your comfort zone, test yourself, get a new job, whatever it is, and then you'll start to find and develop what your passion is. I'm 32 and I'm still like, right, what do I want to do when I'm 50? You know, like, what's the long term goal? What's all that? And so yeah, you're always going to develop, and even as you get older, you won't always know what you want to do, but just do something. So yeah, it's a big take from that. But yeah, training's going well for me at the moment. Training a lot of the time, training twice a day. Olympic lifting, CrossFit. Just started a new course to develop me. I'm continually trying to develop as a coach, so I'm testing a lot of the workouts off that course. And then obviously my programming, I test the workouts and the runs and make sure they're good for all that. So I'm not just putting crap out there. But yeah, man, it's good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able-bodied. I always think of those guys we served with who don't have the ability to train the way they used to anymore, and maybe they're missing limbs, maybe there's other issues, and I'm like, how dare I waste my body? Like, I'm going to utilize my body. I'm going to utilize the fact that I'm able-bodied as long as possible, and I'm not going to take it for granted, because there's a lot of people who aren't in my position who would love to be. And so freaking, if you're looking for motivation, there's motivation right there for you. But ultimately, it all comes down to discipline. It's like, yeah, I don't feel like training today or this week, or yeah, the kids kept me up, but I'm disciplined. I've got goals I want to hit, and in order to hit those goals, I've got to put the work in. So when it comes to, how do you stay motivated? I'm not motivated a lot of the time. I'm just disciplined, and all elite athletes and high performing athletes or high performers in any industry are disciplined. They're not motivated, they're disciplined. So if you've got a goal, you want to, especially if you're saying you want to get the green beret, it's like, well, motivation shouldn't be an issue. You just got to put the work in to get your green beret, and that's what it comes down to. But yeah, man, we were toying with the idea of like a CrossFit comp in Poland combined with shooting and that, but logistically, financially, safety, there's a lot of issues behind that, and I don't think we're ready as a company to do that yet. So if someone else steps in and does that before us, then so be it. But I don't want to spread too thin that we do everything crap. I'd rather do a few things really well. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment on this week's edition of What's Going Down at Complete Commando. But yeah, if you've got any questions, if you want to try our programs, put a link in the description. I'm always available on our Instagram. Yeah, man. Ultimately, go and what's the lesson from this week? Take risks. Risk it for a biscuit. Risk fee reward. What are you going to gain? What's the potential to gain compared to the risk you're taking? And if it's financial risk, it's not. Money's like liquid, it comes and goes through our fingers. If money and finances is holding you back, it's for me, I think that's a gash excuse. So anyway, have a good week, stay strong, message me if you need anything, and speak to you soon.